What is a tax lien? A tax lien is a security interest that the government has in any real or personal property that the taxpayer owns. So what does that mean? So in reality, if you owe an obligation to the IRS or to the state, then a lien is the government's way of protecting its interest in case you were to liquidate any property. So let's take a house, because that is the example that we run into most commonly for tax liens. If you own a house, and if that house has equity, and the government puts a lien against it, then when you go to sell that house, the government is going to take its share of what you owe before you get any proceeds. So a lien is just simply protecting the government's interest, saying, hey, we're the IRS, we're the state of California, we have a right to the equity in this property prior to it being sold. So what a lien does is a lien does two things. Number one, it protects the government's interest, and number two, liens are a matter of public record. So when a lien shows up, it has the tendency to either damage the taxpayer's credit, it can be discoverable, so anybody who's applying for a government job or anything with a security clearance or anything like that will have an issue with a lien. A lien can impact banking relationships, it can impact loans. If your lenders find out about a lien, and particularly if you have a tax liability that you're not in compliance for, then a lien can be very, very damaging. And then where we run into this a lot is with people who have professional licenses. If you have a license through FINRA or you have an SEC license, a lien can cause a lot of problems. If you're a fiduciary and you get a tax lien filed against you, the act of the lien getting filed against you means that, or suggests, that you may not be up to the task of being a fiduciary. So liens can be very damaging, but let's call them what they are. It's just the government protecting its own interest by filing a piece of paper with the county recorder in order to preserve their rights. They're not going to suck any assets out of you. They're not going to levy your bank statements. Levies are levies, liens are liens. So that's what a lien is. A lien is protecting the government's interest in any property and staking a claim to that.